Let's talk consistency, man. So no matter what you do in life, what your goals are in life, it's all going to come down to consistency. A lot of people, they try to do something crazy, like they go balls to the wall for 1 week or maybe even 2 weeks, whether it's with your training, your nutrition, or your business, or you do something like, okay, I'm gonna go balls to the wall as hard as I can for 2 weeks, and then it's so hard that they fall off and it's unsustainable. And they don't start up chasing their goals again for 2 weeks or a month, or they just don't even start chasing them again. They didn't have any consistency. So you may have locked in and dialed in, did what you needed to do, followed your nutrition, followed your training plan, really good for 1 or 2 weeks. But then if you're just going to stop doing it and you go actually backwards, you go back to your old habits and your old ways, you can actually even lose the progress that you had. You lose the momentum that you had, and then it's useless. You didn't have the consistency. What you did that 2 week, 1 week period, even sometimes it can even go longer. It's almost like a waste. So you want to be consistent. You don't have to start off balls to the wall. You don't have to do 100 million things all at once to a T. Start off with something small. Start off with working out, or maybe eat a little bit better. And then once you're doing one of those things, maybe incorporate both. And then after like a couple weeks, maybe you're eating better and you're working out. And then after that, maybe you can start incorporating cardio, or maybe it's just something simple, like you're just dedicating 1 hour a day to starting your business that you want to do, instead of like going balls to the wall and doing 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 10 hours a day. And you might get burnt out of it, or you might get sick of it, or you're just like, oh my God, I'm too exhausted. Just like with training or 75 hard, if you just go from not working out and not eating clean at all to a really restrictive diet and training twice a day, every single day, 14 times a week, and you're following a super strict diet, you're reading, whatever else it is, some people, kudos to them if the 75 hard is like working. But I've experienced so many people that have done it and then they fail, or they've done it and then after they're done with the 75 hard, they go back to being exactly the same way that they were before, and they'll almost like lose progress, and it was a waste. So basically what I'm trying to say is lock in with something that you can consistently do, like basically forever, or the next 30, 40, 50 years, and build that consistency, even if it's just one thing at a time. Even if you just start eating healthier, and then if you want to start tracking your protein, and then you want to start tracking all of your macros together, then that's great. Or if like you just want to get into the gym 3 times a week, and then after you've been doing that for a while, maybe you can bump it up to 4 times a week, and maybe then you want to start actually following a specific program and hitting that program, or maybe you want to bump up the amount of time that you're in the gym and just lock in with a little bit more each and every time. So like turn the dial like one more knob. You don't want to just go from zero dialing all the way to maxed out 10 on the dial. Maybe just turn it 1 notch, and then after a while, once you've locked in and you're super consistent being in the gym, then dial in on your nutrition. Then once you're dialed in on both of those, maybe dial in on your mobility routine, and then dial in a little bit more a couple months later with the tracking of the calories. Same thing with basically anything in life. Consistency is really just going to be like the number one thing that's going to build that compounding interest and get you to where you want to be. Hopefully you guys can lock in with something this week. Pick something that you want to start doing, and pick one small area to be consistent and lock in with it. Let's go.